Well, in the episode of Jay Leno's Garage, as the shop gets bigger and bigger here, our energy usage goes down and down. Well, how do we do that? Well, because we're all solar up on the roof here, so during the day we're pretty much off the grid. A problem we had was all these lights. We had these kind of old-fashioned sodium lights, which we still have, and we had these old-fashioned fluorescents, which, although fluorescents are more efficient than the other ones, they're not as efficient as LEDs. So we've replaced our fluorescents with LEDs, and the electric usage has dropped dramatically. But let's talk to the man responsible, Brian Hennessy. Brian, come on in here. How you doing? You're president of the company?
Yes, Jay.
Titan LED
yes.
is the name of the company.
Yes.
And it's made in America.
It is.
And that's what we try to do here at the garage. We try to promote American products made in America by Americans, and we like to do videos for them, especially when the product turned out to be as good as this one. We had fluorescent lights here like you've had for the last 50 years in schools and whatnot, and they use almost, twice as much energy?
Twice as much energy as the LEDs,
yeah,
yes.
and the LED actually throws more light and a softer and a nicer light. Tell us about this product.
This product here this is our, we call it a 318 watt. It's a high bay. It's a 1,000 watt metal halide replacement. I think, as of right now, as far as I know, we're probably Titan LED is the only company in the country to have this. It burns at 318 watts. These are Philips ES Rebel chips. We have proprietary lensing technology, so we can throw the light where you want it, Jay.
Okay, now when you say, would you say 1,000 watts? What does that mean?
It replaces 1,000 watts.
Okay, so you're replacing 1,000 watts with 318 watts.
Yes.
But you're getting the same amount of light you would with 1,000
Probably watts. Increased foot candles.
Okay, so you're saving 700 watts.
That's
basically.
correct.
Okay, so whatever it costs to run a 700 watt bulb, that's what you're saving.
That's exactly right.
And then you multiply that in a big shop like this, and it turns out to be quite a bit.
That's right.
And of course, LEDs don't throw as much heat, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
On the heat factor with the LEDs, what you found with fluorescents or the metal halides is they use they're about 90% heat, only 10% light.
Right.
Whereas the LED is just the opposite. It's going to be 90% light, only 10% heat.
And what is an LED exactly?
It's a light emitting diode. There's a wafer chip inside it. Actually, this technology is grown with an epi. It's called an epi chip. It's actually grown, this technology. And then they send it off to other places, and they have a phosphorus coating put over the top. And the LED itself actually excites the phosphorus coating, and that's what we can see in the human visual spectrum.
Okay, so how long does an LED lamp last compared to a incandescent lamp?
This particular product right here we're looking at here, this chip will last, this product is rated at 90,000 hours.
Okay.
Whereas a metal halide might be rated at 10 to 17,000 hours.
Okay, so pretty much, not life of the shop, but a long time.
A long time, that's right.
Quite a long time,
That's
okay.
right.
And obviously it's the same technology in your fluorescent here, correct?
That's right. That's a T8 replacement. That is a tube here. This is an LED board. We have a single driver board on this.
Okay.
The fixture itself, you can keep the exact fixture that you currently have. There's what they call a ballast inside there. We're going to bypass that ballast.
Right.
And what they're going to do is they're going to wire the tombstones. All right. And then all we're going to do is plug this right into the existing tombstones.
Okay.
And this is good to go for 10, 12, 15 years.
And what does the ballast do with a fluorescent light?
The ballast is what excites the gases inside the fluorescent technology.
Okay.
This particular tube right here, the ones we have in the shop, these are burning at 15.5 watts.
15.5 watts replacing how many watts?
32 watts plus ballast on the old technology.
Okay, so there's no ballast needed with this.
That's correct. There's a driver inside. It's a smart driver inside here. The driver understands what voltage is coming in.
Right.
This driver will burn either 110 all the way up to 277.
I see. And how much does one of these cost to replace versus a fluorescent bulb?
Well, this particular unit you're holding in your hand is it retails for $73.89.
Okay.
Compared to $3.50.
Oh, I see. But it lasts a lot longer.
That's correct.
All right, so that makes sense. Not much saving. It's really a long time saving thing. You walk in $3 or $73. Makes sense. Explain what the color temperature thing is. What is that?
It's on a Kelvin chart. Typically, you'll find that most shops like yours here will burn at what we call a 5,500 Kelvin. It's more of a bright white light. Once we start getting above that spectrum, you start getting into a 6,000 Kelvin, then you start getting that blue tinge. Everyone, the LEDs have that reputation for the blue tinge.
Right.
Well, we build them below that blue tinge. Now we can custom tailor the color. We can go all the way from 3,000 Kelvin all the way up to 5,500 Kelvin. Anything on the chart we can build.
Okay, and why would you want more of that?
Well, if you want a natural looking light, so you can tone it down.
I see.
Sometimes in some situations like
A paint booth or something like that?
yeah, exactly right. Or
All
art.
right. All right,
Correct.
very good. What wattage were the ones we replaced?
On this side of the garage, these were 8-footers you had on this side of the garage. They were burning at 90 watts a piece.
90 watts a piece.
Plus
Now they're burning at?
Now they're burning at 32 watts.
32 watts a piece. So it's a third less.
That's correct.
A third of the cost in man hours.
Right.
Okay, so pretty much if you're running a shop 40 hours a week, you got your lights on. With these new lights, you're really only paying for 10 hours a week?
Yeah, about 10, 12 hours what you run
Okay,
them.
well,
And we can see, with the LEDs, we can see an ROI come back as good as 19 months.
Right.
On return on investment, depending on what the kilowatt rate is.
Okay, very good. Well, as you can see, we've done it here, and it's worked out great. The guys like working under the light and detailing the cars under this light much better than they ever did under the fluorescent.
That's great to hear.
Fluorescent kind of gives you a...
Yeah.
The guys get a little loopy after a couple hours. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether they're drinking on the job, what is. But they seem to be doing better under these fluorescent. And they're made in America. Where's the factory?
Moore Park, California.
Oh, so, okay, right here locally.
Yep.
And so there you go. You're not getting some Chinese-made product.
That's exactly
else.
right.
And it's American technology triumphing over foreign technology.
That's exactly
which is
right.
Nice to see. Brian,
Very
thank
proud
you
of it.
very much.
Jay, thank you for your time.
How do they get in touch with you guys?
They can get a hold of us at titanled.net as our website. And our telephone number is 805-523-7500.
And you do custom installations as well as the standard stuff?
Absolutely. We can custom powder coat any color with our products, our finished products. So we can do a lot of custom toweling, brackets, arms, everything in order to make the retrofit.
There you go. He's a bright guy.